Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome to Martyn Lucas Investor. It's time for a deep dive, a real deep dive, the true story on XRP. We're going to look at XRP this morning in a way we've never done before. Institutions, the rate cuts, we're covering that live tomorrow. Will that bring liquidity to the crypto market, Bitcoin and XRP? XRP hitting $10. What about tokenization and ETFs? We're going to study all of that. We're going to look at all of the numbers, and we're going to focus on our favorite token, XRP. And we're going to try to help you avoid this, the stresses of the overall economy, because the overall economy could derail everything. Did you know that very soon XRP, and it is already happening, is being adopted by Amazon? You can pick up your phone and you'll be able to order your items using your XRP. No longer have to walk down the aisle. You'll have all this with Amazon and XRP. AI is the future, and it's here right now. It all started, of course, on the Bitcoin blockchain. Everybody talked about it. Everybody is focused on Bitcoin, but now XRP could replace Bitcoin, or at least that's what people are saying. What do you think? Well, we're going to get to all the information. We're going to reveal all the facts and give you a deep dive on XRP and what I'm doing with my real money. Am I buying? Spoiler alert, yes I am. Way overweight now on XRP. So are you ready for an explosive day? There's going to be lots of information here. We're expecting the markets to go up, but will they crash? How do you prepare for this? Inflation tomorrow will be very apparent in the FOMC report. We'll cover it, the trade information. All of that is important to understand if you are investing in XRP. So before you get too excited and start doing donuts in the car park, let's take a trip down into the city and have some patience and pause. So are you ready for the XRP special you only need to see today? Let's get into it. XRP, good morning XRP investors, Lucas aides, and everyone who's joined me this morning. May I ask you first of all to tap the like button. This is being made unedited, unscripted. We don't make videos off air and then put them out. We do it live where it's accountable, where it's happening for you, where I can speak to you directly. Tap the like button and let's get 200 likes on this in the first minute and share it out. Once we get 100, it will be shared on YouTube. Consider subscribing to our channel. It's an exciting time for all of us here because we're about to celebrate $100,000. Will XRP join us there at $10? It could very well be. So we are just a few away now from 100,000. In fact, 92,863. We're rolling around. Everyone who's a subscriber, when we get there, will join us for a special party, and the members an exclusive event just for you on the event channel. But XRP is the focus of the day. We also need to focus, of course, on Bitcoin. We have to pay close attention. So let's get to all the details, all the facts, all the numbers. Welcome everybody to this live, unedited, unscripted event. I've asked Sensei, during the night, I've been up on the phone to the Bank of America, my contacts there, getting information that we could share to you this morning to debunk all the nonsense in a deep dive on XRP, the institutional playbook, the ETFs, the stablecoin, and the tokenization. Now, we are running some polls. The question I'm going to ask you is, are you prepared? all over X a day is false information. People making up all kinds of claims, never actually going live like I do, never showing their real positions. They're after clicks. I have no idea why you don't make any money on X, even when you do get monetized. But people like to feel important, and they use AI to make it for them, so it's of no effort. But it does evoke human emotion and fire everybody up for the benefit of those that create it so they can pump and dump it on you. However, here on this show, we go live, we're accountable, we share our real money, and we're here to help people. So are you prepared? No votes? Let me refresh the screen. I opened this poll up a few seconds ago. It's now on. After the first 10 seconds, 59 votes. 86% of you are prepared. Wow. There you go. 59 votes in 10 seconds. 86% of you are prepared. And that is wonderful. And we will get into this right now. So I've got lots of information to share with you. That Sensei prepared for me throughout the night. I was on the phone to Bank America. That's why I am pretty tired, but I'm going to give you this information. Now then, a lot's gone on over the last few hours. I've been buying XRP heavily. I'm overweighted. I've got the facts and information. So none of this would be possible without a full breakdown of the economy and what is about to occur. In just a few moments' time, and you might like to join me after this, I am covering the Boeing earnings. That's important. That's very important. You want to join me. Tomorrow morning, everything changes. The FOMC report. It's going to be a members-only live chat because it's going to be extremely busy. You can see how many members are joining me. It's going to be absolutely rammed tomorrow. Expecting 30,000 live, the biggest live stream of the FOMC in the world, more than Bloomberg and CNBC probably combined on their YouTube channels. It will be massive, and if we get any mention of digital currency and any liquidity and any rate cuts, then Bitcoin and XRP is going to fly. But what do you do next is important. So join me tomorrow. I'll give you the link for this in the chat. It'll also be below in the video when this airs later on. There is the FOMC report. Book yourself a front row ticket. If you want to be a member, there it is. If you want to be able to ask live questions, because it's going to be very, very busy on the show tomorrow. Now, we need to understand the broader economy as we get into our XRP news, and we've got lots of it. So before I give you all the information on XRP of what's actually happening and what's happened overnight and what's going to happen tomorrow, I'm going to tell you how I have adjusted my portfolio. So as you all know, I share everything with you. This is my real money, all my money. No money in the bank, no money under the bed. This is it. $262,000. Now, I started with $5,000. I don't do options. I don't short the market. Until recently, I only owned the S&P 500. The reason why I own crypto now is because I want to donate it in prizes, in cash prizes. And it's the easiest way, the most efficient way to send money. I wouldn't be buying any XRP or any Bitcoin otherwise. I'm doing it because I want to be fully transparent. Not a pump and dump channel. I'm not here to promote anything. I'm not here to sell anything. I'm not sponsored by anyone. I'm here to support the community, and the community love XRP, so I want to help you, and I want to give away XRP to you for free, and I'll explain our giveaway in a moment. Tomorrow, you can win tickets by just watching the FOMC report to win $1,000 in XRP. So this is my real position. Now, and as you can see, I'm up today. Very nice indeed. I'm 100% in VU. If you look here, you can see there's my VU. Now, it was 100%. It's dropped to 92%. Last night, it was 96%, 4% in crypto. You can see it's dropped massively during the night. I've been buying XRP during the night at all-time highs. Why am I buying at all-time highs? People say I'm crazy. Why would you buy at an all-time high? Why didn't you buy when we real investors bought it? $1, $2. Well, I did. I beat you to it. I bought it at 38 cents. Well, why did you sell XRP at 38 cents? Why did you sell it when you owned it at 38 cents? One, to provide the best information, not to be a pump and dump channel, but also what was right for my portfolio. And what's right for my portfolio is this. I pulled off the greatest trade swing on the S&P in history. Most people didn't. I did. The V-shaped recovery was the biggest, fastest fall and rebound of the S&P in history. So if you bought the bottom, I did, you got the biggest bounce in history on the S&P. I was down some $60,000. I'm now up 16, which means $76,000 in a few weeks. That's a 4-year cycle there. And in a few weeks, was what was recovered there. It's the greatest rebound in stock market S&P history. So was I wrong? Well, how can I be? It's the greatest rebound in stock market S&P history. I bought the very bottom using tax lots. So that's why I sold my XRP, bought the S&P, and then was able to buy the very bottom to pull that off. So now things are different. The market has changed. We now have certainty in crypto, and I've been buying XRP. So I've entered the market with my crypto. I now have from 0 2 weeks ago to 17,352. Not too shabby, I think you'll agree. There are those that will say, what are you talking about? It's nothing. Okay, it's nothing to you. Maybe you're a multi-millionaire, but it's a lot to me. It's a lot to others. It's certainly a lot when you consider it's 8% of my portfolio when I only wish to buy 4. I run a balanced, disciplined ship here, and that is a lot for me. So 17,000, how do I make that up? Well, I make it up with 2 things and 2 things alone. Bitcoin is 4.3% of my position. There you go, 4.3% of my position. I'm down on it because I bought it at the top. Again, I bought Bitcoin when it was around 16,000 originally, so I don't mind buying it again here. XRP, I've currently have a position of 2.93. So less than Bitcoin in percentage terms, but $7,000, 2,217.73318 XRP. Bought near the top. I have been lower my average. I have been using tax lots to reduce my position at the overbought ones and bring it into balance, thereby paying no tax and gaining more XRP all the way. So there's my overall position. Now, before I bring you all the XRP news that you really need and you really want, there's one more piece to this puzzle, and it's very important. The way I was able to get that V-shaped recovery is a disciplined approach. Fundamental principles have to be in place. Discipline has to be in place. Even though I believe the S&P is all you really need to own, and if you buy it when it's oversold and undervalued as much as the S&P will ever be, in this case with 17 times earnings, you still have to be manage your risk. So what did I do? As you know, my Roth IRA, I can trade all day, every day for free, tax-free. I was 100% in the S&P until yesterday. What have I done? And this is where XRP and Bitcoin comes in. I'll explain. At first, you won't get it, but you will in a moment. The S&P has been on one hell of a run. It's now potentially overbought, even if we are reevaluating it at 22 times, 23 times earnings as an okay price because of AI, because of space, because of crypto. We can give it a higher price to buy in for future valuations. We can do that now. However, with uncertainty for tomorrow, we need to be prepared. We can't be all in on the S&P alone. So we are all in on the S&P on my main account because there I'd pay tax to trim it and change that situation. I don't want to do that. I don't need to do that. And I'm up to my allocation on tax-free investing this year on my main account because you get an allocation, of course. So I go to my Roth IRA. Last night, I sold $41,000 of the S&P 500. Tax-free, it's my Roth IRA. What did I buy? I bought defensive. What's the best defensive stock you can own with the best return, with the best dividend? Of course, my favorite, Coca-Cola. And I'm already up on it. Now, I've got to hold this for 3 weeks, just 3 short weeks to earn $392 in dividends. Then, if I want to, in September, when we fall, which we will on the S&P, when money will go into crypto, and we'll talk about that in a moment, I can buy back the S&P with my Roth IRA. I will have $392. I might even get 6 months, so I'll get like maybe nearly 800, 750 bucks in dividends, and then enter back in the S&P. Now, I've done this before on my Roth IRA. It's not a first. You can see another great V-shaped recovery. There it is. There it is. I've done it before, and I'm doing it again. That's my Roth IRA, just the S&P, 35%. And that's only in a couple of years, as I started this later. So I think you'll agree, outperformed the market with that. So I've prepared for all case scenarios. That's very, very important. Now focus on XRP and our Bitcoin to explain all of those actions, why I am still in the S&P, but why I've trimmed on my Roth IRA, entered into Coca-Cola. So when we sell off in September and money moves with liquidity into Bitcoin and XRP, which it will, I'll come on to that in a moment. I want my defensive stocks to rally, which is Coca-Cola. I can then sell it for a profit and move back into the S&P. This way, I will outperform the S&P as I always do. I will outperform the market as I always do. And these trades here, 38 trades, 37 wins will continue. There'll be 39 trades and 38 wins. And the only reason why I lost once and once only was a demonstration trade to show you cannot move the market with $140,000 on a $300 million market cap, that being Virgin Galactic. So that all being said, let's now get into our main part of our show. So we're going to give you all the news now on XRP. I hope you're enjoying this so far. I'm going to just take a moment and ask everyone to tap the like button. We're 129 watching. Please do tap the like button. This is made unedited, live, unscripted, unlike those on X and YouTube who just hide behind their accounts, don't show their real positions, don't show their real money. They're very often sponsored. Very often they don't even earn any money on X, but they just feel it's important to shout the loudest, and it really isn't important. I hope everyone's subscribed. Let's get straight into my news this morning on the whole overall position of Bitcoin and XRP. And by now, hopefully, you'll understand everything that I have done and why I've done it. So let's get straight into it. A much deeper dive now on XRP's institutional playbook, the ETFs, stablecoins, and tokenization. We see our favorite XRP coin there running up the steps of Congress. Tokenization, stablecoins, ETFs, grabbing the money, institutional adoption. These are important images because all over X today, people are telling you it's going to $100, $1,000. They're not sharing anything. They're not providing any value. They're not going live. They're not accountable. And they are going to cost a lot of people a lot of money. Only a few days ago, many of you got liquidated and lost money when XRP went down. You were leveraged to the teeth. I'm using margin myself to buy XRP, but I will not get margin called, not even close, because I built a stable foundation with discipline over time. Sorry to spoil the party on that, but that's just the way it is. So XRP is moving beyond speculative narratives, stepping into a phase where institutional adoption and real-world utility could redefine its value proposition. However, speculative narrative is all over X. People are using this to evoke your emotion, get you to buy when you really shouldn't. There's a way to do this, and there's a wrong way to do it. Over the past month, Canada has become the testing ground for this shift. Spot XRP ETFs from Purpose Investments, 3iQ and Evolve have recorded over Canadian dollars 280 million in trading volume within their first week, surpassing the early launch numbers of both Bitcoin and Ethereum ETFs in the country. Now, what does this tell us? This tells us that when we get, and if we get, and we probably will, the odds are 90% in our favor, an ETF on XRP, it'll rally like we've never seen before. However, when is that likely to happen? September and October. Understand where I'm going now? When the S&P is falling, as it trims off, as it will in September, as my Coca-Cola rallies, money will move into XRP because of the ETF. I can profit from my Coca-Cola, my defensives, the S&P will go down, my money will be going into XRP, but it won't need to go in, it's already in, and you can see how I've planned this 4 or 5 steps ahead. It's very, very important to play chess, not checkers. So, meanwhile, in the US, 11 XRP ETF filings are pending with the SEC. And Bloomberg and analysts are now assigning a 95% probability that at least one will be approved. Well, during the night, I've been on the phone, Bank of America contacts again, and I'm saying 100% that these ETFs will be approved. 100%. That's why I've been buying with conviction. So that's a very bullish statement to make. I've used margin to buy it. I've overweighted my position on XRP, and I'm extremely bullish for someone who only wants to buy the S&P. But remember, I'm a value investor, not a price investor. I'm not pumping. I'm not dumping. I don't need to sell. I won't get margin called. I'm not earning any money from X. These live streams don't make me money either. I don't make videos and put them out for sponsors. No one's paying me to say anything. So my information is based upon fact, real world, and honesty and transparency. So take of that what you will. So I say 100% probability that at least one will be approved by year end. That comes into my September. If that happens, expect a repeat of Canada's liquidity surge. Now that could start tomorrow with the FOMC report. We are covering that, of course, live tomorrow. You will not want to miss that. That's tomorrow. That's where everything begins, where all your next moves will get made. It's going to be a huge event with 30,000 people, I'm expecting. Members only chat. So if you want to be part of it, if you want to be able to talk, it's going to be so busy. Consider being a member to be able to ask live questions. Potentially accelerating capital inflows beyond what has been seen during Bitcoin's ETF debut earlier this year. So can you imagine what could happen? What about regulation as the catalyst? The Genius Act and RLUSD. This is important. This is an addition to what we've just spoken about. The Genius Act. Could I just ask everyone to tap the like button? We are now at 180. I'd love to have 300 likes. That would be wonderful during this live stream, unedited. I don't make my videos like others do. I make them live, unscripted with you. A lot of preparation goes into being able to do this. So it's lovely when you tap the like button. The Genius Act, signed into law in July, has set the first federal standards for dollar-backed stablecoins. The legislation mandates 100% backing with liquid assets, monthly audits, and strict consumer measures. Now, this is one of the reasons why I feel confident, more confident, and institutions are joining me. So it's not just me, not just retail investors. When the markets change, when they grow up, when they mature, you can buy. Nothing wrong with buying at higher prices, because we're not focused on a price. We're focused on, as always, a future value. And now XRP and Bitcoin has a much greater future value because of all of this. For Ripple, the regulatory clarity has cleared the way for its RLUSD stablecoin, which will operate on the XRP ledger. This integration has strategic implications. RLUSD will directly power Ripple's on-demand liquidity ODL service, enabling near-instant settlement of cross-border payments. With XRPL's sub-second finality, 1,500 plus transactions per second TPS, and ultra-low fees, it's positioned to handle billions of dollars in daily volume at a fraction of the cost of traditional banking systems. And that's where I come in with talking to the Bank of America. We heard the other day, live on the show, Brian Moynihan, the CEO of the Bank of America, announced that stable coins and digital coins would play a major part in their future payments. We do think that is going to happen. I know it's going to happen, and I know that the ETF is going to be approved. Thank you very much, Josh Monroe. This is me tapping the like button a second time. Thank you very, very much indeed. I will open up the audio for that now. So anyone who wishes to promote this stream, if you want to do a super chat, all super chats will promote this live stream. YouTube earn a commission from it, so they share out the video, or that is what's alleged. There's no evidence to prove it. So if you do a super chat, super thanks after the show, either, or super sticker, it will read it out live on the show. It will promote the video, and it will go out to more people. Thank you very much for your support. And the live super chats is what keeps this show alive. Unlike big multi-million subscriber channels who take sponsorship, I don't take sponsorship. We are self-funded. We do it all from our own investing. We make money from investing. So the super chats really do help. If I want to make money, I make videos and put them out. This is how we do it. We go live and hope you are members and you support the channel with super chats. Okay, so it's positioned to handle billions of dollars in daily volume at a fraction of the cost of traditional banking systems. Major payment networks, including Visa and MasterCard, are already preparing to integrate blockchain-based payment rails, and rumors of bank partnerships, including Bank of America. I cannot stress this enough. Hint at what could be a significant step forward for Ripple's ecosystem. Now, we spoke a few moments ago about Visa and MasterCard. I also mentioned to you Amazon. This is a real world situation that nobody on X is paying attention to. Why? Because it's not sexy. No one cares when you mention stuff like this. But you should, because why? This really affects the economy, which some think is in tatters at the moment. But remember, the economy is 6 months, 12 months behind where we are in the stock market and the bond market. Let's carry on with this story. The tokenization wave, 10 trillion opportunity. Our next statement for you. Have you all tapped the like button? In a moment, I'm going to give you the chance to win $1,000 of XRP. One of the reasons why I've been buying it is to give it away to you. The tokenization of real-world assets, RWA, is widely regarded as the next frontier in finance, with projections of multi-trillion-dollar adoption by 2030. Now, this is why it's so important for me to own the S&P 500, because finance is the leader at the moment, and the banks are going to make money like you've never seen using this technology. So by owning the S&P, you don't have to sell it. You can just buy the oversold positions, and you don't have to pay tax on it. You don't take risk on it. And you will know that when Ripple enters the S&P, as Coinbase has done, as obviously Robinhood will do, and the banks, the financial sections, the finance sectors, and other institutions who are on the S&P right now, BlackRock, for example, you're going to win with XRP by simply owning the S&P 500. We can see XRP going up. It's a great day for this to go live. I hope you're all enjoying the stream. Please tap the like button. Tokenization allows traditional assets such as real estate, equities, and treasuries to be fractionalized and traded on blockchain networks with instant settlement and lower costs. That is the key. Another institution and something I invest in with the S&P is BlackRock. BlackRock, with over 10 trillion in assets under management, AUM, is rumored to be exploring blockchain platforms as the foundation for tokenizing its global portfolio. Now, on that note, I want to warn people because I've been up all night, so it's why I'm not going to be here much today because I haven't slept, up all night on the phones doing this research for you to bring you this live, unedited. I want to warn you now because there are those, and I don't know why, they don't make any money on X. No one makes any money on X, I should know. They are telling you that BlackRock, that there's lots of AI videos. We've got AI videos of Brad Garlinghouse, AI videos of Jerome Powell making statements, and these people have millions of followers because people like to follow what makes them feel good. Now, I hope this information that I'm providing you makes you feel good, but it's based upon real world facts, knowledge, with you knowing that I've really got skin in the game. I've got real money invested. You know how much money I've got invested. You can see my track record. You know I've been here for 4 years. You know I've only ever lost once, and that was done on purpose for a trade a demonstration. And, and I talk directly to the CEOs. I talk directly to the banks, so you believe who you want, but fortunately, most of our live viewers, our members, they obviously do. Okay, if a major player like BlackRock were to utilize the XRP ledger for these tokenized assets, the resulting structural demand for XRP could be transformative. It most certainly could, and it's likely to happen. But when? Today? Tomorrow? Everyone's telling you today and tomorrow because they want you to pump their bags up. No, it's not today. It's not tomorrow, but it could be as early as September. Liquidity could flow into XRP and Bitcoin as early as tomorrow. Even a conservative 5% tokenization of BlackRock's AUM, 580 billion, with partial XRP backing could introduce tens of billions in new liquidity demand, potentially doubling or tripling the token's price base. I can comfortably see XRP going to $10. I can comfortably see that. Now, we're making this live on the show, unedited, unscripted. So we are about to ring the bell in 30 seconds time. So we've got 30 seconds. 30 seconds. Let's just take the music down a little bit. Everyone tap the like button. Let's go. Let's ring the bell live in the show and carry on more with the news. I got more information to come. Everyone tap the like button. We've got 10 seconds to go. Let's see what's happening live on the show as we go into the FOMC report tomorrow in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. The bell has gone. A very quick look, and you can see how the markets are being affected. The S&P is going up. Virgin Galactic going down. Palantir is soaring. We know why that is. Gold is going up. Uncertainty. Amazon. We know about Amazon coming up in a couple of days' time. The earnings. Am I going to cover it? Apple earnings. That's coming up. Enphase Energy. Uncertainty with the regulations. Coca-Cola going up. I just bought this, outperforming the S&P. Hopefully now you can understand why. J&J defensive going up. You can understand why. Chevron oil, there is your uncertainty. Tesla going down. McDonald's, Google up. Microsoft up. All performing well. Nvidia got the earnings. We'll cover the earnings. Walmart, Staples, Tilray Brands, rubbish. Failed on earnings again, going nowhere. I warned everybody about this. No one seemed to listen. IonQ, too expensive. Rocket Lab, Plug Power going down. No, don't want it. Bitcoin going up. XRP going up. There's the information. Did you all tap the like button? Let's continue with our news story. Thank you very much. Did you subscribe? Let's have a quick look. Did you subscribe in just 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 92,884. Thank you very much indeed. Nearly 93 on the way to 100,000 subscribers. Let's carry on with our news. Let's go. That was good timing, Martyn. You did very well there. Yes, we did practice that all night and we got there spot on. All right, this is all made live. 580 billion with partial XRP backing could introduce tens of billions in a new liquidity demand, potentially doubling or tripling the token's triple base. Now then, our next part of our story is the SEC Ripple case status update. Where are we with that? Now, we had a part to play in that, of course. We put a petition together and we got it signed. Of course, we didn't get policy changed, but we played our part in it. Thousands of you signed our petition. We didn't just go on X talking nonsense, telling everybody they're going to get rich. We got to work, did hard work that was unromantic, unsexy, and we got a petition signed and handed to the right people. I made sure of that. The SEC's legal action against Ripple remains technically open as of July the 29th, 2025. Well, Ripple has paid its settlement penalty and publicly announced it will drop its cross appeal. The SEC has not yet completed the formal process to withdraw its own appeal. Both parties are expected to finalize dismissal soon, with an official status update due to the court by August 15. Understand now where I'm going with the September dateline? Legal experts widely expect full resolution in the coming weeks, which would remove the last procedural barrier or regulatory clarity for XRP in the US. Until that final step, Ripple's legal overhang remains close to, but not yet at complete closure. So risks and pressures. What are the risks now associated with this? Well, it's worth mentioning this at the end of our video. I hope you watch to the end because I'm going to give you a chance to win $1,000 in XRP of my own money as I give it away to you live on the show. And breaking news. It will more likely could be $2,000 now, as one of our members wishes to match it. That cannot be confirmed until the day. They need to be present, but it could well be $2,000, but you can guarantee on $1,000. So risks and competitive pressures. Despite the bullish outlook, XRP faces meaningful headwinds. Large institutions could opt for private or permissioned blockchains rather than XRPL, preferring full control over their infrastructure. Moreover, stablecoins like RLUSD may dominate cross-border payment settlement, meaning Ripple's corporate success won't automatically translate into direct demand for XRP itself. Now, this is not being spoken about on X at all. It's being completely ignored. And in fact, what people are saying is ridiculous. Someone came into Sensei's show this morning and said that the real analysts are saying it's going to $1,000. Well, what you don't know, even though we don't give financial advice, Sensei is qualified as a financial advisor. He's done a training course and past it, and he turned down a job at a firm rather than he preferred to be here. So we kind of know what we're talking about a little bit. I've got up my success. Sensei's got his success. His chart success speaks for itself. But those who watch the show, those go on X, go the real chart experts, those that make up nonsense on X, who completely ignore that last statement, saying, well, when they start to use it, XRP will become more precious and it'll go up forever and ever and ever and ever. We do see XRP going up. I wouldn't have bought it otherwise. And I'll make money, and I won't get margin called, and I'll buy more when it goes down, and I'll always win. I always do win, and I always get it done. Always. I always get it done. Always. So at the end of the day, you know, the real analysts, who are these people? They're talking on X. They're not live. They're faceless. They're pointless. They serve no purpose. Please do not watch it. So, all nonsense. This is also the broader question of whether XRP can become the default settlement layer for tokenization, a market that is still in its early experimental phase. While adoption catalysts like ETFs and RLUSD strengthen the narrative, investors should remember that crypto markets price in future assumptions long before they become reality. What I spoke about a few moments ago when I said that the economy is potentially in tatters. Those that go to the shops will say, well, things get more expensive. We don't see prices coming down. You won't see prices coming down. Inflation is still going up and it's still ahead of target. However, the stock market is surging. The stock market is buying the future of the economy. So what's Sensei's thought on this? Sensei provided me this information overnight, and along with my own thoughts, I remain confident, says Sensei, we will see a US spot XRP ETF approval by year end. For me, I'm saying 100% because I speak directly with the banks. I believe 100%. With my personal prediction being October, I said September into October, so we agree there. And by the news momentum likely kicking in as early as September. I agree that. I think during September, it'll rally. People will start to buy. That's why I'm already in now. I've made my prediction. I understand what I'm buying. I've already bought in. Then it will probably sell off, as it always does. That won't bother me. I don't care if I'm down. I just buy more. I will be holding. I will be keeping it for giveaways. That's why I bought it. And that will come onto my giveaway in a few seconds from now. This would mirror the run-up we saw ahead of Bitcoin's ETF approval, but with the added tailwind of XRP's growing real-world use cases. XRP is already facilitating tokenization projects, particularly in forward-thinking jurisdictions like Dubai. Thank you very much indeed.
Long in Divinity has become a member.
Long in Divinity, thank you very much indeed. Everyone who becomes a member today, I've got a lovely surprise for you. As someone just done that, there is the membership link. You've got another 5 minutes before this live stream video, which it will be, comes to an end. So if you'd like to become a member before the end, there'll be a special treat for everyone who's become a member this morning. And I promise you, you're going to love it. You can always cancel, but no one ever does. 98% of my live viewers are members. It's the most cost-effective membership. It never goes up in price, including inflation, by the way. It gets cheaper every year, and you're going to love it if you become a member by the end of the show. All right, you've got 5 minutes. XRP is already facilitating tokenization projects, particularly in forward-thinking jurisdictions like Dubai, where real estate assets are being fractionalized and trading on chain. It's only a matter of time before tokenization expands globally. I agree. And the XRP ledger, thanks to its scalability and cost efficiency, could be at the center of that shift. We've got another new member. It's going to get very busy now on the members. If you are on an iOS device, iPad or iPhone, select a browser, desktop version, and you can become a member. You're going to love it. You'll want to be in this before the end of the show. We're also seeing early signs of corporate balance sheet adoption, with companies like Vivo Power reportedly holding XRP as a treasury asset while simultaneously using it for transactions. This dual use case, both as strategic reserve and as an operational sentiment tool is a strong signal that institutional confidence in XRP is deepening. Combined with ETF momentum, the launch of RLUSD and the potential wave of asset tokenization, these trends suggest that XRP is transitioning from a speculative asset to a critical piece of financial infrastructure. There we go. I hope you enjoyed this live stream this morning. Let me do my face there. So let me show you my live positions, my real position. There is my S&P. It's now 0.3 up today. I do have 8% exposure to crypto. Let me look at my crypto. XRP is up 1.28. I was buying during the night. Bitcoin, and both of them are still out of the money. I bought at the top, but that doesn't matter. I'm not bothered. My crypto is up 0.59. That's helping my S&P. And let's look at my defensive position on my Roth IRA. You can see that is massively outperforming the S&P 500. So I was right again, and I will be right again, and I will get it done again. Just watch this. In September, when I sell my Coca-Cola and XRP and Bitcoin surges and I re-enter the S&P, you can mark it down. Mark this date, 8:41 on July the 29th. Come the autumn, that will be 100%, 39 trades, 38 wins. And it would be 100% if it wasn't for my demonstration trade, just to show you what not to do. All right? There it is, and you all watch that live on the show. So there it is. I moved into Coca-Cola. I'm outperforming the S&P 500. I will always outperform. I will always beat the market. Why? Because I am a value investor. I wait, I have patience, I have discipline, I talk to the real people, the best people, and I interview them live on the show. So let's wrap this up today with our final thoughts and send you over to my next event, which starts in a couple of moments. I did promise everybody that became a member today a little treat. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. So first of all, did everyone tap the like button? I hope you did. Did you all become a subscriber? Well, all of those of you that are a member, before we get to 100,000, are going to be in a members only special XRP event as we celebrate 100,000 subscribers. You can now be notified because you are a member. Also, if you become a member today, and if you reply to my any video, I will reply back to you personally answering any of your questions. I pick up my phone and I filter by members only. I post all members comments, and I pick up my phone and I talk into it and I reply with your message. I'll also engage with you on X and Instagram. If you follow me on X and Instagram, by the way, you can win points, tickets to win $1,000 of XRP. There is my X and Instagram. If you want free shares of Robinhood USA, there it is. Click on my referral, get free shares. If you want free shares of Robinhood UK, I've got a referral, as I also have a UK account. You can get that there. If you want our free training, it's free. Absolutely right. It's provided now, our free video training in Discord. We don't sell training programs. We don't need to. We make money consistently here on the show, so we give it to you for free. We don't take sponsorship either. We do all that for free. Now, tomorrow, another new member. Thank you.
David Gattrell has become a member.
Thank you very much. Tomorrow, live on the show, this is in 27 hours. This will be our biggest event of the year. Our biggest event ever was the XRP video when we went live with 60 minutes. We had 130,000 people watch us. It was the biggest XRP event ever in history on YouTube. No one has ever come close. We have most YouTube channels with millions of subscribers have 1% of their audience are female. We have over 13% of our audience are ladies, higher than any other crypto channel in the world. And we had the biggest audience in the world for XRP. 130,000 watched us for the XRP 60 minutes event. This is tomorrow. We expect 30,000 to watch us live, more than CNBC and Bloomberg combined. This is the XRP and Bitcoin Cut means crypto rally FOMC report. We're there. We're going to be covering it live, and we're going to be giving it a members only live chat because it's going to be so busy. We want to be able to offer you the chance to call in, be on the show, ask questions. No one gets left behind. Everyone gets their questions answered on this live show tomorrow. So you won't want to miss that. Let me give you the link for that in the live chat. You can book your ticket right now. There is that. Now then, how do you win $1,000 of XRP? It's my own money, my real money. It's free to enter, free for all. Unlike a lot of things you see on X where it's just made up nonsense, this is my money.
Para has become a member.
Thank you, Stella. Thank you very much. Another lady. We've got over 13% of our audience are ladies, higher than any crypto channel in the world. This is our event. We're giving away $1,000. It could be two. $1,000 of XRP live on the show. There is the link. It's free to enter, free for all. You don't have to be a member. And all you do is go to go to my page, martynlucas.com// giveaway. And you can enter. We will give it away live on the show on September the 15th. You need to be present to win. It will correspond with our 100,000 subscribers. We're bound to have passed it by then. So it'll be a massive event. You can win here with just one ticket. This is the intro video, and this video will explain everything and give you tickets by simply watching it. New ways to enter added daily. Every day you come back, we have new opportunities. It's fun and free. More entries give you better odds, and you can win with just one ticket. But I will tell you now, the odds of winning are extremely good if you are not lazy. What you do is you scroll down. You have to sign in. Some people say it's really difficult. No, it's not. You just can't do it if you're a bot, a scammer, or a troller. You can do it by entering with your email, your YouTube account, your X account, whatever you like. You can log in and sign in anywhere you want. When you go down here, every day there's a bonus, a daily bonus. As long as these are all ticked, you've got all the tickets. And now, many of you don't understand this. Let me explain how it works. This is for tomorrow's show. Tomorrow's show, you can win a staggering 100 tickets, giving you 100 chances to win the draw. Tomorrow, there it is. Enter here only, not in the chat or the comments on the live show tomorrow, but the magic number found in the video. The only available for a limited time. It'll only be there for about 24 hours, and then it will go away as we'll replace it with something else. Martyn will give you 3 numbers of the show tomorrow. One at the beginning, one in the middle, and one at the end. Add them together, then post here to win tickets. So everyone's going to want to watch this. So you'll get the number, and then you simply put it in there. And you can get tickets by simply follow me on X, follow me on YouTube. These are all the things that you can get by simply engaging. It's free to enter, free for all. Anyone can win. You don't need to be a member. Now, what are the odds of you winning? I'll show you again, full transparency. This is the competition. This is behind the scenes. How many people have entered? 255 out of nearly 100,000. That is all. Thank you, Karen.
Has become a member.
Another lady. We must be getting to 14% now of our audience are ladies. 255 people have entered so far. Let me just, Karen's name there. Look, well, I can't show it. I can't show it. There you go, 255. Let me refresh it. Out of nearly 100,000, only 255. You know why? Because people on X are saying it's a scam, it's not real. Well, it is real. You're the scammers. You're the ones not being live in front of the world. There's 258 now. Now, what's your chance of winning? Let me show you. The top users. How many people have done everything? The top score you can get is 993 tickets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just 5 people have done everything. That's Justin Duke, Renee, Seth Houston, James Spencer, and Kathleen Coyle. Just 5 people have done everything. So there's only 258 people taking part, and only 5 have done everything. So if you get busy and you get liking and sharing and reposting, you've got a bloody good chance of winning. So there it is. There is our competition for you. I've given you the link at the top. It's pinned. We're running a poll right now. Let me end it. Are you bullish or bearish? 800 votes say 87% are bullish. Let me end the poll. We also have a poll running here. I asked you at the beginning of the show, are you prepared with the information, not the false, silly information on X, not those that are just trying to get clicks, no reason, you don't earn any money on X whatsoever. None at all. It's pointless, but they do it because it makes them feel important. And when people do things, when it makes them feel important, you know, empty vessels make the most noise. The information is rubbish. You shouldn't follow it. Why would you want to follow an idiot who just wants to inflate his ego? And it's very easy when you tell everybody they're going to get rich in 5 minutes. People just cannot help but follow. Let me refresh this. We had 59 votes, 86%. We now have 166% and 84% are prepared. Wow. If you want to vote on the community page, this is what trends on Google. So this is really important. There you go. Someone is asking, what is X? X is Twitter, of course. There is X. If you go onto that competition page, you can get all the information. So if I go to my X, as I wrap this up, right at the top, if you repost this here, right at the top, this thing here, this is the competition, you win tickets just for reposting this. Just by reposting it, you win tickets. There are many, many things that you do. All right, that you can do if you want to. Right, I'm out of here. Now, why am I going right now? Because something very important is about to happen and you need to be part of it. Otherwise, you are going to miss something essential. That is this. This tells us about the broader economy. Boeing earnings. I'm live in 8 minutes time. Come and join me. This live stream will take you there automatically if you want to be part of it and to know what's going on. We always cover the main earnings. There it is. It'll take you there automatically. Let me just double check I've got that right. I just pressed the wrong button there. There we go. Let me make sure I've got that right. I think I have. It is. Yes, it is. Okay, that's it from me. So if you're watching this later and you've got this far to the end, click above my head for all the links. Down below in the description, the competition, the XRP playlist, how to win $1,000, and also I'll post over here our competition page, and down here I shall post the big event tomorrow, the FOMC report. Expect 30,000 live. It's going to be huge. And in the dying second of the video, Matt F, who's been a member for 2 months, has just donated 10 memberships. If you are a subscriber, if you've liked, if you've engaged, you can win a membership. What a way to end the live stream. I'm now going to go over to the Boeing report. Thank you very much indeed. Join me for that. You cannot afford to miss it. I'll be back then for the closing bell. I'll also be back then, of course, for the big FOMC report tomorrow. You cannot afford to miss it. XRP. Where's it going? We know where it's going, but are you prepared? Are you prepared for the ups, the downs, and all the nonsense? We're here to simply help people. Member after member after member of joining. I've got to end the stream. There it is. Above my head, down here, the big event, the big event for the competition and the FOMC report. Join me there live. That's it from me. I'm live now in 5 minutes. It'll take you there automatically. Until next time, as always, take care of yourselves and each other.